Hello, everybody. Good morning. And welcome to Collider TV Talk for TV fans. I'm your host, Sinéad Vries, and this is The Daily Show, where we bring you the latest news from the world of television, plus talk about last night in television. Joining us this morning is Josh Macuga.
Oh, man. Great pronunciation of my name. Incredible, Sinéad. You know, I was going to do something funny, but screw it. You crushed that. That was way too good. We're back. Our final day here, 8 a.m. Pacific time, live, bringing you all the freshness in TV. It's been an amazing week, really, really has. Thank you guys for all the fun tweets, all the comments, all the views. Again, this is not lost on us. We love being here, and we love that you guys are watching. It's Fun Shirt Friday. I'm not keeping this thing on too long because it is really hot. I think it's made of like a vinyl. Thanks to John Schnepp for my Christmas present. I think it's hysterical, but can't wear it longer than 10 seconds and my pores start to go in on themselves. So, you know, we're here. We're breaking it all down. We will get to Twitter questions today. This I promise you. Yesterday we had a little malfunction in the stream. Cross your fingers. Pray to the stream gods that that won't happen today. Sinéad Vries, who else is here?
Also gracing us with her presence, the anime queen herself, Emma Fyffe.
I'm back! Yay!
Here to round out the
Here
week,
we
Emma
are,
Fyffe.
rounding out the week,
Crushing it.
rocking the fun shirts. I appropriately wore something that features Japanese mascot characters.
Well, I walked in, I was like, so that's anime, right? She's like, it's actually a Japanese mascot. I was like,
Duh.
idiot.
And also here is David Griffin.
Yes, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I've got books for Collider Book Talk. I've got I have donuts for Sinéad. I mean, it is
brought
just
my
it's Happy
Tupperware
Friday.
back?
Yeah.
I have a fun shirt for Fun Shirt Friday.
You
Fun Shirt
inspired.
Friday.
You know, you inspired Fun
have a
Shirt
donut
Friday.
shirt on.
I know, but this is all because of you. Like,
Yeah.
Fun Shirt Friday wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for
Very
you.
true.
That's what I'm here for. I try to bring cheer and joy into people's lives, just like Santa Claus.
It's, you know, I don't know if they do a Fun Shirt Friday at any offices or shows in Britain, but if you don't,
Right.
you can get David Griffin to come to your office and inspire your employees for Fun Shirt Fridays. Okay, before we get on, we got some really sad news here on TV Talk, guys.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot.
They canceled Emerald City on NBC. Oh God, I can't take it. Seriously though, it's an amazing cancellation. Way to go, NBC. You guys really got it right this time. Before we get into the news that everybody wants to talk about, the news that says they're up at top, we got an Inhumans teaser this morning. It's not on the sidebar there. We got a little graphic.
Yeah.
It's 30 seconds. It's the voice of our buddy Ramsey Bolton. And it doesn't give us a ton,
No.
but it's still kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sets up the idea of what Inhumans is going to be about, that Ramsey Bolton is trying to like overthrow his brother, who is the king, Black Bolt.
He knows how to do this well.
Yeah, yes, he's very good at overthrowing kings. So,
Typecasting.
you know, I think he's well cast in this role, and yeah, I mean, it creates a sense of tension and just shows you what the logo looks like
Sure,
again.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much hype for this series
machine.
coming out. Like, I wanted to see a little more. It's like a little clip. It could be 30
Yeah.
seconds. Just show a little something because it's shot in IMAX. You're going to see it on the IMAX screen. This should be like a really big thing. So for a first teaser, they could have shown just a little something. Just a little teaser.
Well,
little something.
and especially because we've already seen the characters at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah, they
You
had
know,
the EW,
they had the
yeah.
EW teaser of the main characters. So then to go from, okay, so here we have this teaser, this actual image of the characters, and I don't know what's going on with that red wig.
Yeah, that red wig is something.
It's, yep.
There was a whole article written because, like, you show Medusa,
Right.
and then you see the Halloween wig that
Right.
my teacher wore in the 8th grade.
That's like the worst wig I've ever seen.
It's
Well, that's what I was
terrible.
talking about yesterday. I was
Right.
like, I don't know how I feel about it, you guys, but
Yeah.
it's because that red wig wouldn't stop looking at me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
horrible.
It winked at me.
But I mean, you know, Halloween Town wig aside, like
Yes.
this is kind of like, okay, but we already know what the characters look like, so like just give us a little something.
something.
Right, yeah, a little teaser.
Well, we can all hope, guys. But you know what we can all hope for is the beauty of this next news story. Sinéad Vries, break it down.
In what some may consider our best piece of TV news in an already awesome TV news week, HBO is asking for 4 different ideas as a possible spin-off in the Game of Thrones universe. It's not clear what the spin-offs would look like, whether it be a sequel or a prequel, but HBO has tasked Max Borenstein of Kong Skull Island, Jane Goldman and George R.R. Martin, Brian Helgeland?
You crushed your prep here today, Sinead.
Thanks, man. Who won an Oscar for L.A. Confidential, and Carly Rae and George R.R. Martin. What you already said.
No, he like their teams together.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Sorry, that's my bad. It appears that George R.R. Martin's procrastination on actually finishing the book series is real, and the TV-going audience can revel in the world. Whew, all right.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday,
everybody.
You know, Sinead gets one donut, and all of a sudden
I haven't eaten it yet.
She hasn't even eaten it.
No, I
Sitting
haven't
on-
eaten it yet. That's my problem. You know, if I don't eat like immediately when I wake up, I will like die of starvation, and I think I'm lacking something.
Your drama on the first thing eating. I will die of
I
starvation.
will. I have the metabolism of an 11-year-old boy. I
Man.
have to eat constantly.
Interesting.
Must be nice.
Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, David.
Yes.
What dance did you do when this news was announced?
Was it like a robot? Was it like a one of these?
It's Lord of the Dance.
Oh,
Yes.
snap.
I
That's
was
on
Lord-
another
yeah, yeah.
level.
I was doing a little jiggle. So I'm fascinated by all these different writers. They're all different styles of writers. It's very fascinating. So we have, Max Borenstein, which is Godzilla, and Kong Skull Island. Very interesting. That's like more action-oriented, more big blockbuster. And you have some quieter writers, if I can call them that, like, with Brian Helgeland with Mystic River and A Knight's Tale.
And LA Confidential.
LA Confidential, very different kinds of writers. So I wonder what kind of stories are going for us. Yeah, I brought some books today, Rick Leiter Book Talk. So I have, the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, and I have this lovely illustrated book here.
That's a good
it's
one.
a
It's
gorgeous
like the
book.
never-ending story.
It is like
Yeah,
the never
World
ending
of
story. It
Ice
has
and
a seal and
Fire, yeah.
everything. And there's so many fascinating stories you can tell from here. So I would love to see something. This takes place 100 years before Game of Thrones. This would be a good story. Maybe a story about the Night's King and the first men and the formation of the White Walkers. That would be a cool story to tell. There's so many different. There's 4 writers, 4 shows.
That's the thing is that, it's such a rich world that you've developed within Game of Thrones or within Song of Ice and Fire. So there's a lot of other stories to be explored. I want to see stories about the Targaryens back when they were like totally in power, like riding dragons through the sky. Like, I am in for that. But mostly I just really want George R.R. Martin to finish the damn books.
Yeah, that's why I put it in there, because they're just like, hey George, we're gonna do some spin-offs. Like, great, because I've been staring at this computer.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. No, but I mean, this is the thing. So George R.R. Martin actually started as a TV writer. That was his job.
Beauty and the Beast.
And he worked on Beauty and the Beast. And he kept turning in these scripts, and they kept telling him, George, this is unproducible. And he's like, okay, I'm just going to go write a book instead, which turned out to be Game of Thrones, evolved into the whole series, Song of Ice and Fire. So here's somebody who actually wanted to was working in television, and then went away to go try something completely different. And now the thing that he made because his TV scripts were unproducible is arguably the most popular show on television.
Yeah.
So I sort of get why he's procrastinating on the books when you're having all of this success with the TV show.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And you would imagine that the TV show is bringing so many people back to read the books.
The book sales skyrocketed once the TV show started.
Here's the thing. For me, like you said, there's so many different teams here, which I love. And we've been talking about these spinoffs for a long, long time. And what we would want to see. And this just kind of came to my head. I was talking to Ken Knapsack about, we've talked about this before, like what he would want to see in a spinoff. I love your idea for the Targaryens. That's what I've always wanted to see. Mostly because when they do the flashbacks, I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, if you read the books, you would know. And I'm like, but I want to see like an anthology series, like 1 to 2 episodes, or even one episode of like some of these characters that were like in one episode and killed.
Yeah.
Or I love the Dorne stuff, and I know that in the book a lot of there's some, and I want to see.
Oh my God, Dorne in the books is
know.
like the freaking best.
Yeah. That's from what I hear. So I would love to see some more Dorne stuff.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Karth, the ancient city of Karth, like things that happen in there.
Old Valeria.
Old Valeria.
I think you're onto something with the anthology series, and the fact that they have so many different writers working on it certainly suggests that is a direction that they could go. It's almost like you want to do kind of like a Star Wars Clone Wars Wars, but with
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, where you
Yes.
get to see like what's happening all over, Westeros and Essos.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
I mean, do it like Ryan Murphy does with American Horror
Yeah,
Story,
exactly.
or Feud, or American Crime Story.
Yeah.
Just a different story. And then maybe if they have
Fargo.
these 4 teams of writers, they'll have like 4 seasons of different styles of show for the
Yeah.
next 4 years.
Yeah.
That'd
Okay,
be
here's
awesome.
what we're going to do real quick. Okay.
Oh.
Sinead is the HBO executive.
Ooh.
Okay, so
This-
HBO executives eat donuts. For
They
sure.
crush. Okay. This will go into part of the winner for end credits. We obviously have my show versus your show today. That will count in for my the end credits with Sinead. Emma's 2 for 2. And I think David won yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was a sympathy win. But
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
because I have yet to win.
I see.
So you get 30 seconds. You walk into the HBO room. You have 30 seconds to pitch your idea.
Oh, man.
We will start with David Griffin
more research.
in 3, 2, 1,
One.
go.
Go. My idea, Sinéad de Vries.
You don't know her. Start over.
No, sorry. Okay, Miss Executive from HBO, who's eating a donut right now.
Damn straight.
With your donut T-shirt. I would want to see a show about who the Night's King is and why he is the way he is. The villain, the big bad that we see in Game of Thrones now, the Iceman himself, the main guy with that icy crown that he wears. What's his story? What's his origin story? Legend has it that long ago he was actually a member of the Night's Watch, I believe. That's who he was. And he think he falls in love with somebody, like this woman or sorceress or something happens a long time ago. Could be getting my information mixed up. And he goes bad, obviously. And I wanna
Thank
see
you,
how that
David
happens.
Griffin. That's
Yeah.
your 30
Yeah, that's
seconds.
what happens.
Got it.
I wasn't prepared. You need to do more reading.
Gotta be on your feet.
I'm
All
sorry,
right.
Game of Thrones fans.
Here we go. Emma Fyffe.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1.
So what I would really like to see is a story about the Targaryen family. So obviously we know that the Targaryens have fallen out of favor by the time we get to the main events of Game of Thrones, but we know from the books that there was a time period where the Targaryens were at their height. They were riding dragons through the sky. This has everything you want in a series. You have political intrigue, because obviously there's lots of incest going on amongst this family, and then you've got dragons, which are incredible. Everybody wants to show up for dragons. Also, you could start seeing some of the succession wars, because the Targaryens, even early on in their history, again, had some issues with who was in charge.
Emma Fyffe. Very well done. Very
you.
well done.
Thank you.
I know 30 seconds is long. It's short. All right, here we go. Here's my pitch on Game of Thrones. There are so many worlds in Game of Thrones, but the world you really want to see is a Dornish kingdom. And I'll tell you why. Because it is a coastal town full of sex-crazed maniacs, beautiful women who are also incredible warriors, and a kingdom that has absolutely no claim to a throne per se, but the sister of the Red Viper was killed in the overall takeoff, and the Kingslayer. You want to see how she came to power and where the Dornish people came and their anger towards where they are now. That's my pitch for Game of Thrones. It's all right, let's move on. Here we go. Sinead, think on it. Think on it, Sinead. Think on it. What's
It also
next?
doesn't help that I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones in my life.
Oh,
Just bits and pieces of it, so I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but, I'll have a think on it. All right. May 21st is fast approaching as Showtime is set to release 18 hours of new Twin Peaks. The creepy, weird, and addicting noir crime thriller has released multiple teasers and trailers, and yesterday added its newest to the bunch. Emma, what have been your feelings towards what we've seen from Twin Peaks and their marketing push?
I mean, I'm stoked for the new Twin Peaks. I mean, we already see that like a lot of the characters that we knew and loved from the original series are making a return. It looks like Twin Peaks. It looks like it's going to be that weird, like nobody's entirely sure what's going on. And the thing about Twin Peaks that we also see sort of in Riverdale in a weird way is that you get this sense of this town that's sort of lost somewhere in time. And I think that from what we've seen thus far, it very much is keeping in tone with the original series.
Yeah, David.
I don't know anything about the original series of Twin Peaks. I've never seen it before. I just added it to
great.
my Netflix queue, so I am gonna that's what I'm gonna be binging this weekend, which I guess we're gonna probably talk about later.
yeah. You
can do it on
Our
Showtime
weekend
anytime
binge.
as well,
yeah.
too.
So I'm looking forward to seeing it. But I love the trailers. I was watching it with Thad earlier, and they just show like basically just shots of people from the original series. So they don't really give you much. And as someone who hasn't seen it before, maybe that in one way could be a letdown because I don't know what I'm expecting. But I'm also happy because I feel like a lot of times trailers reveal too much.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing we have now in trailers, whether it's a film trailer, TV trailer, they show too much. So I'm glad I don't know anything. I want to go into the series just kind of fresh.
I see. For me, I was a scared kid. I'm a scared adult. I get easily scared of everything. And when I first watched the pilot for Twin Peaks, I remember it being an event television. My mom and dad sat down and watched it, and I watched like the first 20 minutes. Like, I can't do this. It's too weird. I get scared. I couldn't really even sleep that night. So I never got into the series originally. But in doing TV talk, in people tweeting us all the time, in saying, "Where's your talk about Twin Peaks?" I have gone and I've started binging this show. Now I'm basically almost done. This show is incredible.
Yeah.
It really, really is. It was way ahead of its time, and probably why it only got 2 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so well done. I mean, obviously you have David Lynch, who's an absolute madman.
Yes.
But like, you couldn't have said it any better, Emma. A town stuck in time.
Yeah.
And the theme music, all of the characters are so weirdly perfect and individual.
Yeah.
And you don't want to you at first you're like, Kyle MacLachlan, like he's kind
the
of weird.
worst,
He's the
yeah.
worst. But then you're like, wait a second, he just kind of has Asperger's.
Yeah.
Right? And he's a genius police officer, FBI detective. There's something so perfect about this show and this world that you get sucked into it. And it's one of those shows where when you stop watching, when you go to bed, you dream about
Yeah.
weird things.
Well, it's because so much of it is about the visual storytelling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's as you say, it was ahead of its time. This is definitely not like a linear, like cut and dry beginning, middle, and end kind of thing.
No.
Like, so much of it is just about creating the feeling of this world that they live in, which
Right.
is technically part of the real world,
Yeah.
but there's something kind of otherworldly about it.
100%. 100%. All right, Sinead, let's talk. What do you got? You ready?
Riverdale?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Riverdale. Okay, you want me to start?
Yeah, I want you to start
Okay.
because one, you text us, don't forget to watch Riverdale. I was like, I watched Riverdale. I know
Just
not
making
to
sure.
forget.
Yeah. Just making sure. I know you guys have a lot of television to watch.
Probably get that spoiler warning up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
this
This
is
is a big one.
the spoiler of spoilers.
It is.
So we'll give them 5 seconds to turn
5,
it off.
4,
There you go.
3, donut, 2, donut, 1, donut. We're going. If you are spoiled, it's your own fault. I apologize.
Okay, so in not so surprising news, Jason Blossom's killer was none other than his father.
Now, did you see that? Because I didn't.
I thought it was either going to be Veronica's mother, because
Okay.
I honestly didn't believe that they would make it Hiram Lodge, because we've never seen his
him.
face
Yeah.
before. And I even said last night, I'm like, if this is not a character that I know really well, even if it was that little Joaquin kid, I'd been like, what the hell?
Yeah.
No. It needs to be somebody that was going to...
But you knew it wasn't going to be Skeet Ulrich.
If I knew it was going to be...
You knew it was not going to be
No,
Skeet
no,
Ulrich.
no. No,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely knew that. And I knew he was lying from the beginning. Just because I think that they had set it up in a way where you were going to care about these characters, but not enough to see them leave, you
Right.
know? But I did care enough that it was his dad, also because of the fact that it's just his father. And in surprising news, though, I had no idea. I didn't see a drug thing coming.
Did not.
Yeah.
So I actually really like that twist. So it turns out their entire maple syrup business is actually a cover for drugs.
drug
They're all pushing
operation,
drugs,
yeah.
which is kind of interesting to me,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like,
I
I
agreed.
really liked that twist of the whole thing. And I also like that there's another episode, and the preview for next episode looks pretty good, because I feel like
It's the
we're gonna be-
season finale, too.
it's the season finale. We're going to be tying up all these little loose ends, but also now we've started this entire new storyline of the fact that Betty is actually a Blossom.
Yeah.
Like, the
Yep.
name Cooper is a made-up name.
100%.
Also, we're going to get
And
Sabrina.
creepy when they're
Yeah.
like, couldn't be more Blossom than pure breeding. I'm like,
Totally.
Jesus, Targaryen.
Yeah, and all like, it's all
I
incesty
know.
over there.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
And I also think it's funny, like, it's kind of interesting how they set up Cheryl and Jason, where we were questioning what the hell was going on between them, because they looked a little too close for comfort,
Yeah.
and they were brother and sister. And I like that they actually threw the idea that his girlfriend and him are cousins.
Right.
Like, they all kind of messed with our minds a little bit right there.
Very Lannister, very Targaryen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also I know we're getting Sabrina Spellman at some point, and I thought we were supposed to get her in the season finale, so I'm hoping that comes Thursday. But I will say, I really love this episode, one of my top of the season, because I like the way it was written. I like that it went. Did you?
No, go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
It looked like you were getting ready.
Well, because it verifies our point. This is a 13-episode season.
Yes.
Yes.
The max
Yep.
it should be.
That's the max it should be.
100%.
Because there were a couple episodes in there where we were like, meh. But for the most part, we were pretty high on the episodes. Last night's I thought was awesome because they didn't waste any time. They got right into it, and it didn't stop until the very end. And it's because that's how it's been. Like, it's been a very focused plot throughout the entire show.
100%.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that about this show.
And you can springboard into next season to see how deep this Blossom and the drug ring kind of goes.
Yeah.
I will say, too, yes, the writing was incredible. There were a couple little cheesy CW moments, as per usual.
Yeah. Right.
But the performances in this show, in this episode, were awesome. Mostly from Cole Sprouse. That kid is he's been on TV
act.
since he was, an infant.
I'm pretty sure I'm in love with him, but
I mean, Jughead.
Who knew Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
I know. It was going to translate to this. That kid was awesome.
Yeah.
He carried this entire episode. When he walked into school and he apologized, it wasn't overly dramatic. It wasn't. This dude just he's not a melodramatic actor, and I love it. He's really good.
well, he's really like normal too.
Yeah.
Like, I was supposed to interview him, but then I had to go to South Africa for Tomb Raider. Just kidding. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I had the best time. But I was
Seriously?
supposed to interview him.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider. No, I'm kidding.
No,
Go
but
ahead.
I agree, like, about this episode that it started and it didn't stop. Like, I was watching this episode and I definitely had a moment where I was like, oh, it's hard. Oh, there's only 10 minutes left. It moved. It carried the story forward. I feel like, again, as you mentioned, Sinead, like, there were a couple episodes in the middle where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
but this episode it was like, oh, Riverdale is back. It's on track. Let's
Tied it all together.
Yeah.
And I think really one of the amazing things of the show it was the casting, not only of Cheryl Blossom. Jason Blossom is a creepy looking dude.
Yeah.
Like he's creepy. And the fact that he was kind of killed, or how they cast it with like the love of the sister, you could kind of see it. How do you feel about this one, David?
You know, I'm glad that it's Fun Shirt Friday and everything's very festive and happy. I don't know. It's kind of like the reveal of Savitar and Flash this week. It didn't hit me. But what I am curious about is next week's episode.
Yeah.
I do want to know what the new mysteries. I want to know more about why
Yeah.
the dad killed his son.
Also, he's dead.
Yeah,
We forgot that
Yeah,
part.
the dad hung himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hung himself. I mean,
You knew as they were walking
Oh
towards the
yeah,
jail that
my
he was-
sister's
the
like,
barn
he's hanging there.
hanging
Yeah.
there.
and I do like how they did
It's
the whole
so
kind of like
obvious.
Godfather thing. Like, Michael Corleone and his family had Janko Olive Oil Company,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they have the maple syrup conglomerate. So that was interesting to see that. There's a lot of things there that I'm interested in for next week, but the reveal itself didn't do anything
Yeah.
for me.
I agree with you on the
You
reveal,
know.
David. For me, I wasn't disappointed. I didn't
No,
feel
yeah.
like the Savitar thing. It was like, I don't care. But this,
Right.
I was like, cool, that's not a surprise, but that's still horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really liked the decision that they made to once Betty found the thumb drive in the lining of Jason's jacket.
That was a cool-
I really liked that they showed their reactions instead of showing you what they were seeing.
Oh, that was. I thought that. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
really well done.
it was so well done.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to see like a show like this, right? That is such a specific audience that I can't for the life of me get a lot of people to watch.
Yeah.
And I watch it and I'm like, damn, like this is a show that
pretty damn good.
knows what
Yeah.
it's doing,
Yeah.
whereas there's tons of shows out there that just don't.
That's a good
13
point. It
episodes.
knows exactly what
It
it
knows
is.
exactly what
yeah,
it is.
does.
Yep.
And if we were talking Twin Peaks, and we're talking Riverdale, the big crossover, your shared universe, made you name it.
Yeah.
Both shows. And she is awesome in both shows.
Very true.
Okay, let's move into, listen, guys, Friday, we only had Riverdale to really talk about. I know Sense8 came out last night at midnight for a lot of people. We're not going to get to that because, did you watch the first season of Sense8?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did. Did you have you watched any of season
I have
2 yet?
not watched any of season
Okay.
2 yet.
Oh, so you can add your thoughts on Monday's show.
Yeah, I will,
We'll add
yeah.
your
Good.
Sense8 thoughts on
Absolutely.
Monday.
Yeah, no, I
Fantastic.
enjoyed
Okay,
Sense8.
good, because the internet wants to know.
Sensei review is coming.
Yeah.
Sense8 review.
Awesome.
Emma Fyffe, we know that she'll do it. You had anime or
deliver.
Sense8, she's going to come in with notes and she's going to lay it down.
Nice.
Monday's
Let's-
episode will be 2.5 hours.
Mostly
I know
Sense8.
somebody I had done a show the night before and they tweeted at me and they're like, well, from that show and TV talk, I have learned don't talk to Emma about anime unless you have like 3 days.
Yeah. It's a weekend retreat, an anime retreat with Emma Fyffe. Let's go into the segment we're calling Weekend TV Warrior. Did you like my?
It's like G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
It's like G.I. Joe, yeah.
Dun, dun. Y'all ready for a Weekend TV Warrior? I was trying to rip the American Ninja Warrior song, but they don't really have one.
That's true. That's fair.
So this is a part of the show where we're going to tell you guys what we are going to binge this weekend. I think we may have hinted at sort of what we're going to do this weekend. Dave, what are you binging this
I have
weekend?
2 shows I'm going to binge this weekend. One is Twin Peaks. I'm hoping I can knock out the first season,
Yeah.
which is only 8 episodes. Then The Last Kingdom came out. Season 2 at midnight last night on Netflix, because Last Kingdom, I think, just finished airing in the UK. Again, I've told you about the story. It's an awesome story.
Yeah.
If you like Vikings, you'll like this show because Ragnar's in the first season. He's older. They're kind of moving towards this whole thing where Wessex is the last kingdom left.
Yeah.
Vikings have taken over everything else. And how is, England, or, how is it going to maintain its identity, or how is it going to, I guess, come into being? So it's an excellent series.
Twin
Definitely
Peaks,
worth watching.
Last
Twin Peaks
Kingdom.
and Last Kingdom on Netflix.
Last Kingdom, and you're gonna, just like Emma's gonna talk about Sense8 on Monday. You
Yep.
will talk about Last Kingdom on
Also,
Monday.
real quick, I'm still watching the White Princess. Some people are
Oh,
asking,
yeah?
like, are you
Oh,
still
yeah.
watching it? I'm still watching it. So I love that show.
Oh,
yeah.
that show has been
Yeah.
fantastic.
In America, we have so many shows.
Oh
to
yeah,
watch.
we have tons for Monday.
Yeah.
Tons for Monday. For me, binge this weekend, definitely Twin Peaks, and you know what? I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna pick something that we haven't even talked about on here, which is the Amazon series Fortitude. I'm gonna go. It's Dennis Quaid.
popping up on my
He's
recommendations,
popping up. My soon-to-be mother-in-law keeps texting me, "Why aren't you talking about Fortitude? Why aren't you talking about Fortitude?"
Oh my
She
gosh.
loves Fortitude. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to binge. There's 2 seasons right now. I'm going to try and binge at least the first season of Fortitude and let you guys know what I think about Fortitude. Emma
Yeah.
Fyffe.
Well, Sense8, obviously, gonna have to do that so I can speak intelligently about it on Monday.
Sorry,
Plus,
we pushed you. We pushed
No,
you.
it's no, I liked the first season. of
We
Sense8.
decided what your weekend
Yeah,
was.
no, exactly. I was like, well, that decision has been made for me. I mean, I feel like I need to watch some I Love Dick, Sinead's favorite show.
Oh,
so.
Yes!
Wait, is that coming out this weekend or is it on already?
No, she's never seen any
I
of
haven't
it.
seen any of it.
Oh.
I
You
watched
haven't-
the pilot.
Yeah, I
You
haven't
gotta
watched the
watch the
pilot.
pilot.
So I want to catch up on some of the Amazon pilots from the previous cycle that have already been picked up for series. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing your opinion on I Love Dick because I hate I Love Dick. And I thought it was absolutely terrible, but I know Sinead loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah, she does love I Love Dick. That's 40 times we've said Dick already, and I love it. I think it's hysterical. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. I feel like I Love Dick might be like in your wheelhouse.
Okay.
Emma, and I knew where that was.
Is it weird nonlinear storytelling? Because
No,
that's
it is definitely not. But
Okay.
it's definitely weird.
okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's not anime, so
That's
it's
okay.
already over too
Yeah.
in your book. What are you going to binge this weekend there, Sneasty?
Well, I have the MTV Movie and TV Awards this Sunday,
nice.
so I was doing some research on some of the MTV slates because I used to be really into them.
Yeah.
The one show I never got into was the Shannara Chronicles.
Yeah.
So I actually would love to watch that first season.
Okay.
I'm also going to watch The Handmaid's Tale because I have been planning on doing it.
Okay.
Every female across all of the United States has said
Yeah.
to watch it. And I'm not
That's why
really
we
a
missed
girl,
Emma Fyffe
but
yesterday.
I'm
We needed
going
it.
to
Every dude's
try.
talking about The
Yeah,
Handmaid's
I'm
Tale.
going to try to be a real life girl this weekend.
Whoa.
Put down the Coronas and put on my bathrobe and watch Handmaid's Tale.
You might want to keep the Coronas actually for
Yeah,
Handmaid's
you might need
Tale.
some booze.
I have a bottle of whiskey. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
put
girl,
on.
that's
you might need
that's
it,
the way.
yeah.
And then
Don't smoke weed because you will start thinking way past what the Handmaid's Tale. Like, what if this happens? Oh, fuck.
yeah, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, no, don't do
No.
that. Yeah.
And then I would also really like to watch Catastrophe,
You'll love it.
but especially since you said it was an easy binge, and that
It's
sounds
such an easy
that
binge.
sounds so nice.
And you could watch it with your man because it's about an American man and a British girl. So it's the
Ooh,
flip. See?
There
opposite.
it is.
Zing, zang, zong. All right. What's next, Sinead? What do we got? What's up here on that?
Oh, the performer of the week.
No. We're going to my show versus your show first. We were just at Weekend TV Warrior.
Oh, my bad.
Now, this is the
There's
point of the show.
donuts on the table.
There's
She's
donuts?
still
there are
thinking about donuts.
Yeah.
Okay, my show versus your show.
Oh, yeah,
we're
so
supposed to do this on Tuesday.
Yes.
But we got a little ahead of ourselves in time. So, how this works is David, Emma, myself will argue a show for 1 minute. Okay? Sinead's got the timer going. She's going to time for a minute.
Yes.
Then we have 30-second rebuttal to say why our show is better than your show. So you're going to be like, this is my show. This is why it's the best. Emma says, this is her show. This is why it's best. You get a minute. And then 30 seconds to rebut of why it's better than our shows.
So much competition.
Yes.
It's a lot.
David, get on it.
Wait, hold on.
Come on.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start. Ladies first.
Do I know this?
Okay.
Do I know the shows ahead of time?
No, you do
Yeah,
not.
I'll tell you when I
Yeah.
start my
It's-
fight.
It's probably anime. No, I'm kidding.
So
not.
1 minute.
It's not. It's not.
So
1 minute. Whenever Emma is ready, as soon as she starts speaking, we get a minute.
All right. I'm ready. I'm going to go. So, the show that I'm going to argue for its great place in the pantheon of television is a little comedy series called Parks and Recreation. What started off as sort of a weird knockoff of The Office that wasn't quite working ended up just simply shifting all of the supporting characters' attitudes towards the main character of Leslie Knope, and it became an incredible series about somebody who was truly optimistic and good at her job and just wanted what was best for her town. Now, the reason that I think that this series fits in so well and is going to be continued to be watched throughout the rest of television history is that it's so relatable. Obviously, these characters are slight caricatures of existing personalities, but they're all people that we know in real life. Most people, especially in the United States, grew up in a small town. They didn't live the Friends life. They didn't live in absurdly oversized New York apartments that they could never afford working at a coffee shop. This is about real people living real lives in a small town and just making it work.
Good
Emma
job.
Fyffe, I
And
love
in
that.
55 seconds.
That's Fyffe. Shocker that Fyffe didn't go over her time. Well done, Emma. Put it
Thank
up.
you.
There you go.
I was on a roll today.
All right, let's go to the man, the myth, the legend. He is David Griffin. If this is a British show, you have to do it in a British accent.
It's not a British show.
Damn it.
Hello, Miss HBO executive again. Nice seeing you again. See how my pitch went. For my second pitch. Oh, wait, when does it start?
Whenever you start talking.
Oh, boy.
Hold on, let me
Can we reset the
it.
timer? Sorry. Oh, man. I'm not good at these. Okay.
Okay.
So the show I want to talk to you about today is Battlestar Galactica. In my opinion, it is the greatest sci-fi show ever written. I'll give you some reasons why. So when it originally came out, it was kind of a reaction to post 9/11 culture in America, exemplified in Humans against Cylons, which is a artificial intelligence race that the humans created that has now come back to get vengeance on their makers. Because they want to destroy their makers. That's what kids do, right? And what it did so well is it encapsulated so many aspects of television that we love, from theology with different religions. The Cylons worshipped one god. The humans were polytheistic, which is really interesting. It also talks about war and survival and how does a human race hang on together. It also was the first sci-fi, one of the best sci-fi shows that being practical and not just making up mumbo jumbo science. Like there's episodes about how they get water, how they get food. There is a working class. It exemplified everything that's great about science fiction all into 4 seasons that are worth watching.
Good job.
Woo!
David Anthony
Crushed it.
Dorchester Griffin.
You need more than 1 minute to talk about Battlestar Galactica.
You did it, dude.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you did it.
Yeah.
And
Started
in
off
58
right.
seconds.
58 seconds. All
Wow.
right, Sinead, you ready?
Yes, sir.
I think the world knows where I'm going to go with this one because I speak about it all of the time. It's a little show called Peaky Blinders. Now, a lot of people, when I say the title of a show, Peaky Blinders, they say, what is a show called Peaky Blinders about? Well, let me tell you what a show called Peaky Blinders is about. It investigates a time in this world that we don't often see, post-World War I, pre the Nazi Germany. Now, what does a great mobster organized crime show need? They need a lovable boss that is ruthless, but yet you trust in what he's doing. Do we agree that he kills
30
people and it's
seconds.
bad? Of course. Do we think that running illegal gambling and all this stuff is bad? Of course we do. But there's something sexy about what the Peaky Blinders do in a small, dirty Birmingham town. Why would we want to follow a family of gypsies that rob everybody and kill a bunch of people? Because they are unbelievably charming and you want them to succeed
10
in the
seconds.
face of doom, gloom, and law enforcement. The Peaky Blinders is the greatest show about post-World War I organized crime.
Time. Good job.
All right.
Boom.
Doom, gloom, and law enforcement.
Hey, come on. All right, David, why don't you start your 30-second rebuttal?
Hold on.
Wait, do I rebut all of you?
Yeah. Why your show is
So I have
better than
30
Peaky Blinders and Parks and
So I
Rec.
have to do both in 30 seconds.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
mercy. Okay, I'm ready, Sinead.
Okay.
Talk about Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec is a wonderful show. It's a very happy show, a very idealistic show, but it's not very realistic. Life doesn't work out like that. Sometimes artificial intelligence come and they blow up your planet and you have to fight for your survival. That's how life is. That's what happens. Peaky Blinders is a great show, but it's not realistic. You know, I can't really relate to that show because if I was in that environment, they'd be calling me Blackie or something like that. I couldn't be a Peaky Blinder. And also, we shouldn't be glorifying violence. That's not good for the world. We're already a violent enough world.
5
We shouldn't be
seconds.
glorifying violence. We should be talking about human survival and how we come together as a people. That's what Battlestar Galactica is.
All right. We'll end with Emma Fyffe.
Okay.
I'll go next. Sinead, Are you ready?
That one got a little awkward,
got-
John.
it did.
Way to
That
pick
weird?
Peaky
It did.
Blinders.
Hold on. I have a perfect rebuttal.
I love
Okay,
Peaky Blinders.
go.
It's a great show. It's a great show.
First of all, okay, you ready?
Yeah, you rebutting?
I'm rebutting.
Okay.
Okay. David, I've never watched an episode of Battlestar Galactica, but you've been trying to jam it down my throat like foie gras for a long time, okay? Your argument is plain and simple. You said it's not real life, it's idealistic. Well, blowing up a planet and having sci-fi people and droids save you also isn't realistic. And let me tell you, in Peaky Blinders, they do have multiple black characters, and they are treated at the same level of the other Peaky Blinders. They are smart, they are lovely, and they are equal. Parks and Rec.
5 seconds.
Great show. It needs less. I love Parks and Rec. Son of a bitch.
I was gonna say.
You plucked at my heartstrings. God damn
I
it.
was gonna say as soon as you said Parks and Rec. you
Well, they're
were
all
like,
great
oh,
shows.
wow.
All these shows. I
Great
love
shows.
Peaky Blinders. Yeah, these are great shows.
I thought
All
you
right.
were going to go with like Karuhu and the Hooter Hutu like anime, and I was like, I could fight that one. No.
Peru and Hoochie Hoochie.
All right.
All
right.
right. Again, David, you brought up the idea of that you can't relate to Peaky Blinders, but you can relate to Battlestar Galactica. Have you often been in a situation wherein your planet was blown up by Cylons? Again, in bringing up Parks and Rec as being unrealistic, okay, again, they are meant to be caricatures of people that exist in real life. In terms of rewatchability, Parks and Rec is the one. That's the one that you're going to go back to when you just want to have something on the TV in the back. I mean, this is sitting in the same sort of category as like a Friends. Of like Friends is somebody's
5
go-to
seconds.
show that they put on the background. Parks and Rec is the exact same way because this is something that it's like a nice hug. It's a hug. It's about
Time.
people in a community.
Farts. I think Emma won. But I can't tell. Sinead, you have a little bit to think on it. We all have a little bit to think on it. And this is, I will say, I'm very, very excited about this next segment. Alison Keene has been on the show whenever she's in LA. I've been begging her to move to LA. She is Atlanta through and through. She will not leave that city. I don't know why. I've
There's
been
zombies there.
It seems, yeah, zombies
I know.
there.
To me, I would want to leave Atlanta
Exactly.
because
It
like
seems
we
like
all
that's
know that's where the zombies.
Epicenter of the apocalypse. Come on, Keene. But I've reached out to Alison Keene. She's the head TV editor at Collider.com, and she is going to break down her Performer of the Week right now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alison Keene, Collider.com's TV editor, and this is a new segment, TV Performer of the Week. This is a really difficult time to start this because we are in the midst of some excellent television, from American Gods to Better Call Saul, The White Princess, Veep, Silicon Valley, The Americans. The list goes on and on. So the challenge is finding just one person to talk about. But this week I'm giving the award to Carrie Coon for Fargo. I promise that I'm not going to pick someone from Fargo every week, but Fargo is definitely going to show up a lot because it is an acting tour de force, perhaps this season more than any other. But Carrie Coon was particularly exceptional in this last episode, The Law of Non-Contradiction, which completely focused on her character Gloria Burgle. We're only 3 episodes into this new season, yet it was a capsule episode that was entirely about a character that we barely know, looking into the background of a character that we really don't know at all, her quasi-stepfather, who may be a science fiction writer and that may have had something to do with his murder, she thinks, and it takes her out to LA, so completely different setting than anything else we've seen in Fargo before. And then, of course, there was the whole animated segment that was something that we haven't seen in prestige TV ever before. So it was a really, really interesting episode, but Carrie Coon was fantastic because of this really understated performance that she gives. It's not the flashiest role, even on this show. I mean, you have Ewan McGregor playing 2 brothers who aren't twins. You have David Thewlis playing V.M. Varga, this very mysterious, enigmatic character. And so sometimes a performance like Carrie Coon's can be overlooked because she's playing that moral paragon character that has been portrayed by Alison Tolman and Patrick Wilson in the show before her. But like those other actors, she brings something very different and very specific to the role. She's very understated in the way that she has nonverbal communications, and then even when she does speak, there's something very, not just reserved, but a sort of wry humor that we don't typically get to see from her. If you're a fan of The Leftovers, you know that she kills it on that show every single week, but she usually doesn't get to be funny. So Fargo's a little bit of a change of pace, and it's been really refreshing. And this last episode, we had to go on a journey with her where sometimes things break her way and sometimes they don't. But it was so engaging, and even though it had nothing to do with the overall narrative of what we're exploring this season in Fargo, it was really, really satisfying. And that's pretty much completely down to her performance. So lots of great choices this week, but I'm going to award Carrie Coon for Fargo. Macuga, back to you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Alison, via satellite from Atlanta, Georgia. Absolutely crushed it. I agree. Carrie Coon was definitely a performer of the week. And again, if we do this, we're not going to do it this Monday, but every Monday here on until we actually go back to daily. Again, we'll see how things kind of work out. But Alison Keen will be back every Monday to give her performer of the week. So a special thanks to Alison. And you guys want to check out anything TV-wise, the Collider.com crew absolutely kills it. Her, Aubrey Page, Haley Fouch, they're all fantastic writers, and they cover just about everything. If you think we watch a lot of TV, you should see the amount of TV they have to watch. So thank you again to Alison. Sinead, we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. We're going to do Twitter questions. Is the stream still going? We're still good. We're getting thumbs up across the board.
Yes. We have a lot of time. We have like 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes to do some Twitter questions. Sinead, are you ready?
Hold on a second.
She's pulling it up. Her fingers are a little sticky on her phone from all the donuts. You guys just hashtag it Collider TV Talk. If you're watching right now, send in some tweets. Ask questions about shows that we don't talk about or shows that you love that we may have never mentioned or barely mentioned sometimes. You guys have been tweeting at us all week, so if I've favorited it means like maybe you should just tweet again right now. We got 10 solid minutes to really break down some Twitter questions. Last day of the week, live TV talk. Sinead, let's do it.
All right. So Sean says, why do some shows, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Shield, and others, take 3 to 4 months off mid-season? Seems unnecessarily long.
Well, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it used to be that they filled in that interim with Agent Carter.
Most major networks have new shows, especially ABC, NBC, Fox. They have shows that they want to put in there. It's like, hey, this is our new Emerald City.
Or like the Mick on Fox, right?
Yeah.
They're all Super Bowl. You got so many Mick.
And they're not like 22-episode seasons. They're shorter seasons, but they want to promote them. They take a break. I know Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder do that every huge, like 4-month breaks because they want to promote their new shows.
Yeah, and also, too, I think a lot of times with S.H.I.E.L.D., why they take a lot of breaks is because the actual filming of that show takes so long, graphics, all that stuff. They really have to do a lot of work. As far as Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I know this season why they took the break is that Adam Sandler and Chelsea Peretti were shooting a movie. And Adam Sandberg, sorry.
Andy Sandberg.
Andy, Jesus,
there you go.
age crisis.
You got it.
And Chelsea Peretti was also pregnant. So, you know, she was giving birth to her baby. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I thought last week was supposed to be the season finale. This week, it's still going. This show is super, super funny. If you're not, the fact that you mentioned Brooklyn Nine-Nine, absolutely fantastic. So if you're not, again, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, one of those comedies, won a Golden Globe and then kind of just has been bounced around at Fox, but hasn't been canceled. Still a ton of fun on that show. Andre Braugher, the fact that he hasn't won an Emmy for his performance yet is an absolute shame.
He's a great actor.
He's so good in that show. All right, Sinead, what's next?
Amy Awesome says, what's the best teen drama show of all time?
Ooh.
I know mine.
Okay, listen.
What is,
90210?
No, come on. Think harder.
Teen drama show.
Also
of all time.
90s.
Are you just thinking Degrassi?
Saved by the Bell.
No.
That's
not a teen drama.
It's not drama? That's comedy.
You guys think super hard.
Creek.
Dawson's Creek?
No, like very early 90s.
I was watching Batman the Animated Series.
Only
in the
had
early
one
90s.
season, taken from us
Freaks
too soon.
and Greeks. Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and
Freaks and Greeks.
Freaks and Greeks. Freaks and Greeks.
That's a different
That was
show.
the follow-up to my Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Wait,
Freaks and Greeks.
90210?
No, it's Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah.
It is Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
for
has
sure.
to be the greatest drama of all time.
Wow.
That's
teen drama for sure.
It's
Teen drama.
It's definitely
I mean,
up there.
90210
Went in their
is really, don't get me wrong, I watched all that too and I was way too young. But I loved that show too.
What about the OC? Would we even throw the OC in here? I love
No,
that.
Cody
we
liked the OC.
wouldn't.
Cody liked
No,
the
if
OC.
you're
That's
gonna-
where Cody's from,
Like,
guys.
yes.
If you're gonna throw the OC in there, then you have to throw in One Tree
Right.
Hill.
Yeah, sure.
Does Buffy the Vampire Slayer count?
Liar.
They were teens.
What is wrong with you
There
people?
were teens.
Yeah,
There was
there were
drama.
teens. There was
Teen
drama.
drama.
It's true.
Did you all get drunk during Alison Keen's segment?
We did. I took 7 shots of whiskey after this week. What about? I mean, Riverdale definitely a highlight teen drama
Yeah,
of this
for sure,
season.
yeah.
What about like a Gossip Girl? Would you throw
Gossip Girl, I would say, is like my modern day pick.
Ooh, best teen drama that I've ever seen. I think all
Battlestar
the way through.
Galactica Jr., the new class.
13 Reasons Why.
Oh, that's
From start
that's
to
pretty
finish,
close.
that's
And then
a solid
obviously like
season.
Degrassi
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
has
I
to
feel
be
like
up
this
there.
season we've seen a real comeback in the sort of teen drama
Yeah.
category
Yeah.
with 13 Reasons Why and Riverdale.
Season 2, will the kids in Stranger Things be teenagers technically? Would they be old enough? Or they're still kids. They're little
I
people.
would
Eleven.
put
They're little people?
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
people, okay.
And even still like the thing is, why I would maybe put Buffy the Vampire Slayer in that category is because a lot of it does take place at school and they're dealing with teen things.
Yeah.
With Stranger Things, even if they are teens, it'll be interesting to see if they have more of a
like the
sort of
romance and all
focus.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
that's true.
exactly.
Wow.
Because teen dramas are played by like 20-year-olds.
I love talking teen dramas.
Yeah.
Man. All right, Sinead, what's next?
Jabron says, "Can you please talk about Billions and Lucifer in next episode?"
boy.
I'll talk about Billions right now. Actually, John Campea, I know, watches Lucifer. Roxy
I got through. Roxy got me on it.
Okay, so how far are you along?
I stopped about halfway through season 1. It's good. It's just they solve it.
Okay, it's
you
a
know,
procedural.
Yeah, it's a procedural.
Yeah,
it's good though. It is good.
I hear great things. Tweet John Campea, ask him what you think, or Facebook him, ask him what you think of Lucifer. Maybe he'll respond, maybe he won't. I know that on this show we haven't really covered it. Or tweet Roxy Stryer.
Yeah,
I know
Roxy loves
she
it.
loves
Yeah.
Lucifer. She also loves Gotham. So here, we'll push some traffic
exactly.
Roxy's way.
Yeah,
go
just
Gotham.
blow up Roxy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys asked where Roxy was this week on Daily TV Talk. She's so busy. It was hard getting her here at 8 a.m. But she will be on the show again at some point down the line. But as far as Billions go, I love Billions. I know I'm in a very small group of people that watches Billions. It's an unbelievable financial drama. And the reveal this week, Paul Giamatti. I don't know who I like more in this show, and I don't know who I hate more. It's a real tug at the
I saw the
heartstrings.
first 7 episodes. It's
Yeah.
excellent. I have Americans and Billions on my queue and Amazon.
Yeah.
I want to get caught up on those
They're-
for sure.
It's
I need to
totally
catch
worth
up
it.
on those.
All right, Nasty, what's next?
All right, I think it's Saeed says, "Hello from Singapore." And he
up?
shows
Wow.
you dropped, right? And he shows you dropped and started back again after positive response.
Dropped in. Oh, Spartacus. I remember when Spartacus came out, I bought Stars just for Spartacus. Watched the first couple episodes, hated it. Remember, I think it was maybe Eric wrote an article on IGN like a few episodes later saying, like, you got to come back to Spartacus. You got to watch it. And then Spartacus is one of my top 5 shows of all time.
Go ahead, Emma. What do you
Well, this is a little controversial, but Game of Thrones.
think? Really?
Yes, I was very, very angry about a change that they had made from the books.
Interesting.
To the point that
Hell
I
hath no fury like Emma's
Well, I've read
book
the book.
scoring.
Trying to in the
I
first
s-
season, I'm guessing.
No, not in the first season. No. What season was it where they married off Sansa instead of stupid
Jane Poole.
Poole?
Oh, yeah, that was like
to
4 or 5,
to
maybe.
you and Rowan.
Maybe 6. I don't know.
Anyway, so that went down. Technically, it went down the same way it did in the book, but it was a different character, and I was so incensed by that
Really?
that I stopped watching.
Wow.
And then when the season after that started up, they're like, they haven't really made up for, and I was also really disappointed with the way that Dorne was handled in that season. Like that whole season to me, like
buddy
really
from
broke my
Dorne.
heart. But the next season came back really strong, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll get back into it.
This is tough because usually when I invest in a season or in a show, I stick to the end, except for like I watched like the first few seasons of Grey's Anatomy, and I got away from that because I could see the like coming down the line. It's gonna be like 15 seasons. But when ER first came on TV, my mom and I used to watch it, and then I kind of got away from it, and then I came back the last few seasons and really watched it. Same happened with Scrubs. I don't know what it is with me and medical shows, but like I watched the first 4 seasons of Scrubs religiously, and then stopped for about 2 or 3 years, and then came back. Same with like a Family Guy. It's weird. Like I love shows at the beginning, and then I'm like, I don't know where if I see an end to this.
That makes a good point. I know I'm reversing the question a little bit, but for me, I didn't even finish Dexter. I got midway through season 8, the final season, and I stopped.
Same here.
I hated it so much. I'm like, I don't care how this ends.
Yeah.
I've never
I
seen the ending.
watched
I don't
the last
care.
episode, but
And I've heard it's bad. And
yeah, but I
don't
had
care.
to stop too. And
Yeah.
I was so dedicated to Dexter.
Yeah, I put
mean,
8
every
seasons. I'm like, no,
season.
I'm out. I'm
Crazy
out.
enough too. Same thing happened with me with Good Wife. I never watched an episode, and then I watched the series finale.
That was funny. Yeah, that was funny.
All right, what's
We
next?
gotta
Sinead?
do that again.
Just spoil the
sometime.
end for yourself. It's perfect.
David says, "I love this week so much.
We love you.
How has each of your weeks changed with this daily 8 a.m. start time? You seem different."
Do we?
We seem
Well, David has to go check his blood pressure at the CVS after this because this week has really put some pressure
Yeah,
on
I
him.
was stressed, boy. People were sending me some. Thanks for all the love. People were like, David, hang in there. You're gonna make it. Like I was getting a lot of love. Like I needed some prayers and some love. I appreciate that. I was losing it, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of TV.
Emma, you were here 3 out of the 5
I was here
days.
3 out of the 5 days, and
How
I
you
have to say, I was like, part of me was like, oh, I would have liked to be there for 5 out of the 5 days, but that Tuesday I woke up and I was like, okay, because I was going to record Roka's podcast
Yeah,
right
yeah.
after he was done here. But then like yesterday I slept in and I was like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I need sleep.
Yeah.
No, but it's been amazing. I have gotten so much love from everybody for my anime segment on Tuesday,
Really
and it
have,
just
yeah.
like really warms my heart. And you guys are great. It's been there's something really nice about the energy of doing the live show and like knowing there's all these people watching,
Yeah.
and it's been fun. It's been tiring, but it's been really fun.
I told Adam Smith and Cody Hall and Thad Williams, guys, they have been here every day this week. Honestly, it's an early call for all
First
of
one's
us.
in,
First one's
last
in.
Last
one's
one's to
out.
leave.
Yeah,
right.
they deserve tons and tons of credit. So thank you guys very, very much. I know it's an early call for all of us. So and especially for you guys. For me, I'm a putzer. I'm very good at putzing. So when I wake up in the morning, I need like a solid hour of putzing, and I can't wake up early enough to get my hour of putzing in. So, but the bonus of this is I found out that early in the morning my eyes look really puffy, and Sinead pointed that out. So I'm going to work on it. And and second of all, from West Hollywood to Burbank, normal hours 35 minutes. 7 a.m. 18 minutes. I am flying. It
Oh
is
my God.
Traffic is great. I
Don't
love traffic
rub
this
it-
early in the morning.
You both of you can literally.
See, you keep saying, you have to go on the 210 though. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
You're on the other
Totally
side of town. I keep
Californians.
forgetting that. I get
All
to
right,
miss the 210.
Let's do a few more, Sinead.
Okay. Chris Woodburn says, "Congrats on going daily for TV Talk. It's well earned. What's everybody's favorite series finale? Mine's Friends. We had this one yesterday, but
Yeah,
the stream got cut.
The
Oh,
stream
yeah.
got cut.
Yeah.
Mine, hands down, is Seinfeld. And listen, I get hate for it. I know it. I said it yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I'll get it forever. They brought in every character. The Seinfeld people that had absolutely no conscience at all finally got a year in prison for being assholes. It was hysterical.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Star Trek: The Next Generation. That
was my
but
pick.
yeah, I
I
was
guess
gonna
it was
say
my
it was
pick,
like
yeah.
it did. It wrapped up everything really nicely. It was very satisfying. Yeah, it was good.
But I thought the Parks and Recs finale.
Oh, the Parks
was
and Rec finale is
incredible.
also
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
That's good.
And I would even throw in Breaking Bad because it really wrapped up the series.
Yeah.
And it was craftily done and fun and creepy and sad and
Yep.
everything all wrapped into
Yeah.
one.
Yep,
With
absolutely.
a great song at the end there. All right, Sinead, one more. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Do you think I was going to end there?
Yeah, it really did. This sounded
no.
like an
She's
ending
like, "I'm ready."
speech. Okay, hold on. One
Should
more.
we end there on series finale? I feel like it's
Maybe.
fitting.
We're out.
It's fitting.
No, we're done,
You know
yeah.
what, Sinead? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We can.
Wait, I got one more.
Okay.
She's got it.
Boom. She gonna do one.
Because I can't not say this one now.
Okay.
Are you guys still watching Outcast on Cinemax? Please answer. It's almost 2 a.m. in Australia.
Yes.
That's from Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
Yes.
I watched the first half. It's not that it was bad. I just got distracted with other things, but I actually enjoyed it. It was a very slow build.
Okay.
But it was interesting. I'd like to go back. I believe it got renewed for a second season, so I'd like to
Yeah.
go back and finish it.
I have not.
Yeah,
Emma?
no.
Yeah.
It's worth checking out.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
definitely worth checking out.
Okay. And I got to give a shout out to New Zealand. I told him I would. Somebody tweeted me. It's 5 a.m. in New Zealand. He said. It would be the same thing in Australia, but
It's
I don't
2
know.
a.m.
The
Well,
time
no,
zone. I don't know. He tweeted me. It's nearly 5 a.m. when we go live for TV Talk. So shout out to NZ Chup Sprup Beach Des. And that's an amazing online video. And thank you to everybody that watched from British summertime to Bahrain.
Yeah.
Send in
British
your time codes. Send in your time zones. We'll
What
shout
time
them out.
is it? Yeah.
Welcome to Time Zone Talk. I'm your host, Josh Macuga. Guys, honestly, though, it's been a real pleasure working with you guys all week. I love doing this. So we don't know when we'll be back daily. There's going to be a debrief. We'll talk about it here. We'll figure out what's going to happen for the future. But as of right now, we'll all be back Monday, and we'll be back weekly on Monday for the foreseeable future. And then we'll figure out this daily thing. But all the support that you guys gave us and all the support online, tweets, whatever, again, it is not lost on us, and we can't thank you guys enough. I'm getting a thumbs up. Is we're done.
Okay.
No. No.
That's like, let's wrap this up.
Thumbs up. Good job,
Thanks.
everybody.
Love it. We're getting support from everybody. I love it. I'm an idiot. Before we get out of here, Sinead, who gets end credits? Who gets the final end credits?
It's a tough decision, but I gotta give it to Emma Fyffe.
The champion.
The end credits
The
champion of the
champion.
week.
She is 3-0.
I know.
3-0.
Undefeated.
Yeah, yep.
Unreal.
Yep.
All right, Emma, break it down. You got 30 seconds.
All right, well, I would like to address an email that we all received from David Griffin last night entitled My New Favorite Show, wherein he sent us the trailer for a show called Jamestown. It's hilarious. It started off with like all these dudes going to Jamestown. I'm like, I don't want to watch a show about a bunch of white guys. And then they're like, 10 years later, the women showed up.
Yeah.
And that's when it starts going down. It looks crazy. It's on, what's the network that
Sky.
it's on? Sky.
Sky.
But it'll end up on Netflix
Yeah,
eventually,
something,
so
yeah.
we'll be able to binge it and watch it and talk about it here on TV Talk. It looks bananas. It's about Jamestown.
Jamestown.
first
there you
colony.
go.
The first
Yeah.
colony,
Yeah.
and it looks like there's going to be some stuff addressed with like witchcraft, and it looks like there's lesbians, and it looks amazing.
Yes.
I'm so totally
You
stoked
had
on the
witchcraft
show.
and lesbians.
You had
Yeah.
me at witchcraft and lesbians. Sign me up for Jamestown.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Emma Fyffe, you know what? That was like a dual end credit. She threw in David Griffin into her end credits.
I appreciated that. That was, yeah.
Thank you all for being here this week. Before we leave, Sinead, where can the good people find you on the internet?
I'm online at Sinead DeFries and at thatsosinead.com. Everyone have a wonderful weekend. I will be back on Monday hanging out with these fools.
The beautifulness. David Anthony Anderson, Dorchester, McGillicuddy.
I'm a little bit
Griffin.
worried about looking at the comments with the Game of Thrones rant. I probably got all my information wrong. I'm going to go home and I'm going to read these books.
Okay.
And do some research on some Game of Thrones. But you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, @GriffinD. I'm going to be on Movie Talk in about an hour. So if you want to just keep watching
keep
live,
hanging out with D-Griff.
I'll be here with the same shirt, talking movies.
The best. Emma Fyffe, the champion. The champion.
Yes, I'm online at my name, Emma Fyffe, EMMAFYFFE, mostly Twitter and Instagram. Though I'm working on making my Facebook page a thing.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's gonna be a time. Guys, big match dropping on the Schmodown today.
Yes,
a big
there
match
is.
for one Josh Macuga
You guys can see
versus some
that.
homeless guy that I think lives in a dumpster behind here. So
Well said,
that'll
Emma.
be dropping sometime this afternoon. So be sure to check it out.
Can I give you a suggestion for your Facebook page?
Yeah.
Fyffe book.
Oh, Fyffe book. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Done.
Yeah, you guys, my match with Tom Dagnino, aka Finstock, drops today, 2 p.m. Pacific time. It's 5 rounds of me bashing his face in with movie trivia. I didn't mean to be that violent. You know what I mean. It's going to be a bloodbath. I hope you guys tune in. It's a ton of fun. It's a passioned match. I will say that. It is a passionate match. I'm Josh Macuga, at Josh Macuga on Twitter and Instagram. We'll be back Monday here on Collider TV Talk. Again, thank you guys so much for watching every day this week. Put down the book. Pick up the remote.
Hey guys, if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll help you stay up to date with everything we've got going on here at Collider.